Info.
We're back on episode 2 of the Epstein files, and what do you think? Let's try to find some videos this time, huh?
Oh, absolutely, man.
So that would be in court records, or the FOIA records. Let's try the FOIA first. We're sorry, the page you're looking for can't be found on the Department of Justice website. They better not have got
Let
rid
it
of
begin. Let it begin.
go to House disclosures, Oversight Committee releases records providing the Department of Justice. Um, Oversight chairman, press release. No, no. Okay. Let's go to court records. Okay, that's not there.
It
Department of
begins, bro.
Justice.
It's gonna begin, man.
Yeah, they're gonna start hiding shit. Okay, so this
Hmm.
is the proper Freedom of Information Act, which is completely gone. I guess got a full library. All right. Um, disclosures. Uh, video footage. All right. We got some video footage here. Videos by hour approximately. This is when he was in jail. I don't want to see this.
Wait, do you? Um, just an interesting scientific fact, just so you know. You do know that when people pass on or die or whatever, and when they're laying down, the mouth is open, the skin kind of goes back, you know what I'm saying? They lose pigmentation of
What are you saying? I
the
missed what you were talking about.
I'm saying when people pass on, they
Yeah.
die. Okay. They lose pigmentation in their skin. If they're laying on their back, their cheeks will, kind of like gravity takes the cheeks back, their mouths are open. Just a fun fact, when Epstein, committed quote unquote suicide, and when he was laying in the bed, the picture has his cheeks all up. He still has color on his face. Just something to think
I've
about.
never seen that picture.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, shoot.
What is it? It's a picture of him dead?
Yeah, yeah, they showed pictures of him.
Where the hell is that? Hold
After,
on.
oh, you're gonna look for it. Go ahead, find it, bro.
I'd never seen that.
I was thinking about that after, when I left last night, and I was like saying, yo, you know what? Come to think of it, when that guy passed on, like,
But
and then,
where I need to find where what you're talking about.
oh, look at that. Hey, to revert from yesterday, um, those pictures of that had the black boxes, it's been revealed that they were kids. A lot of them were kids, and supposedly he had a favorite girl or something like that.
This is his autopsy. Is this what you're talking about?
No, the very first pictures. That's the autopsy. Um, but you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. There's a lot going around. Somebody flew a drone around his island, and supposedly they got caught two dudes, a guy by a truck and a guy on a four-wheeler, and they said that the guy that was in the truck was Epstein. You know how that's gonna just stir. Let me see. Go down a little more.
I don't. Are you sure it wasn't like someone just like doing some reenactment or something? I don't know. That I feel like it would have been brought up immediately.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get
Well,
to that when we get
yeah.
to it, I guess. Um, so what were you saying with the drone? What?
They had a drone flying over the island. So somebody, but dude, understand? I'm just saying what I saw. I'm skeptical about it. But they always say when all these high-profile people die or whatever, they're not dead. They're on some island or whatever. You
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah,
a
that's
guy
common. Yeah.
supposedly flew a drone over the island, and they saw two guys. a black dude on a four wheeler, what appears to be a four wheeler, and a another guy is standing by a truck looking, just looking around or whatever. But they were saying, "Oh, that's Epstein." It was the guy with white hair, and I'm like, it could be anybody, bro. But then again, who the hell's on his island?
I don't even know if that was a real footage. We'll check that shit out.
Yeah.
Um, when we get there. So it looks like these are flight logs, all redacted.
The flight logs, this is what I've been hearing about it. You do know that Obama and Clinton were the most frequent visitors to this place.
Well, we're gonna have to see
Okay.
for ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe I saw some of the files today. I was going over a few things, and they were talking about how many times, like, Clinton visited, how many times this person visited. They even have Tom Hanks in there and everything. You know, I saw a interview with Chris Tucker, and they were asking him if he ever went there. He claims that he didn't, but
Yeah, I actually saw that
yeah,
interview.
yeah, you saw that. That was very
Hmm.
interesting. And I believe that a lot that's going to come out, as Trump put it, they asked him a question, "Are you worried about the Epstein files?" And he was like,
Well,
"I want
really
everything to
quick,
come out."
because I think you're missing like some crucial information here. You see what that says?
Yeah, yeah, I could almost read it. I'm blind. Yep.
That
Hmm.
complaints complainant stated. I don't. What is that supposed to? Oh, staged. Complainant staged. I want to say they meant stated. I don't know what the hell that means. But complainant staged that she is a professional artist and took pictures of her sisters, 12 and 16 years old, for her own personal artwork. Epstein stole the photos and the negatives and is believed to have sold the pictures to potential buyers. Whoa. Epstein,
Hmm.
an own time. Who the fuck wrote this? Like, what the hell are they trying to say? Epstein at own time, at one time requested to take pictures of young girls at swimming pools. Epstein is now threatening that if she tells anyone about the photos, he will burn her house down. That's a pretty serious accusation.
Yeah.
Unclassified, not. This is in Florida.
I see
What
that New
year?
York City's marked on that paper,
Where is
the
it?
paper on top, right there. You see the
Yeah.
X?
So this must be a flight? What is this? Oh, FBI. I guess they were investigating in New York. Um, there's no date.
So,
I don't
so,
see a
so,
date.
so, let me ask you a question. What is your opinion as to why they redact a lot of things? Okay, respectfully, names, I get that. Okay, but if you want to hear the whole story, why redact it? You know, if there's like, in other words, if your name is not on there, but they want to time and place of day, but it's redacted. Like, why are they doing this? Like, it
Yeah,
doesn't
like
make
right
sense.
here, because this is an
Yeah,
important message, right?
yeah. Hmm.
August 2nd, 12:45 p.m. Telephoned. They are available all weekend and maybe two. Yeah, so I think right here, maybe let's say to try to answer your question because I have no idea. And these are two different notes. So he had multiple looks like assistants because this is one log and that's one style of handwriting. To try to answer your question, like right here, let's say this was just like someone that wanted to have a barbecue this weekend.
Yeah.
Um, and they're innocent, like didn't do anything wrong because their name is in there. Someone could like fire them because they don't want anything to do with them that had anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein.
Hmm.
This is 2004.
Hmm.
Uh, and I don't think it's fair that some things don't get redacted because of that, because that could have just been like for um let's say a HVAC or
Yeah.
just someone that needs to fix something.
Uh-huh.
We don't know, but it should say why. What is happening here? Because that's a lot of redactions. Okay, I wanted to look at videos. I'll look at one more of these things. JE telephoned, core. I don't know how these people could read this. I mean, if you put time in it, I guess. 2005. All right, let's try to find some videos because I thought that's what I clicked on. Transparency Act. This is there's
Right
the
there, videos by hour.
yeah, that was the one that we popped open yesterday. I popped one open the other day, I think, and I was looking at his it was his jail cell. You can't really see much. Office of the Federal Detention Trustees, blog archive, news archive, cases defending the Affordable Care Act. So this is something a little different, but I guess you have to they archived it. Are they just making it harder to find his files now? Is that what's happening?
I think so, man. Because listen, the hype was releasing these files. So here we are. We have released files, but are they just giving us what we want, what they want us to see? And if
Well,
so,
of
it,
course.
but wait,
Yeah.
hold on. If so, why? Why bring up this hype and give us pictures of his house? You know what I'm saying?
It's sort of like because they were forced to do it, right? Because they could have just released it, but the judge forced them to do it. So it's like if I'm pissed off at you because you're forcing me to borrow my vehicle because you manipulated me in any kind of way, and I take the keys and just throw it in a grass field and say, "Go get it yourself,
Hmm.
asshole." Like that's kind of like a big F you to us. That's what this is right here. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
I'm taking it. Because they know people like me are gonna go in here and dig. They don't want that. Why would they want that?
Why not? Why
It's
not?
crazy, right? Like the world we live in is insane. Um, let's for the sake of time, because what I mean, I want to do it real time too. I don't want to just like first phase of declassified files. So this is the first one. Where's the second? You let me know if you see something.
Uh, Go back up again. What is that name up there? Maxwell. Oh,
Proffer.
okay.
Redactions of victim names and other identifying information has been applied, each marked with the phrase DOJ redaction. Okay. Maxwell Proffer is probably a lawyer. These
Wow.
motherfuckers, bro.
Dude, yesterday we was zooming through this and
Yeah,
actually like
I don't understand what happened.
just in one day.
Let's see here.
They have sites that's dedicated to him. And I went on two of them and I'm like, you know what? This could be anybody. It's just, you got to remember they're starting to say that the coincidence of all this coming out now, to hurt Donald Trump, this and that, blah, 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 yada, yada. Yet they say that they're waiting for photos of Trump and all of this and that. So I'm not sure if you've seen a video, which is rather sickening, but I don't think it's real. That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay. And it's a video with like, I don't know, 10, 15 little girls all dressed in white with blonde hair, like
Well,
as
that's
if
why
it,
it's important to
a,
get
a,
it
a-
from the.
yeah, as if it's a preference. I don't know if it's on here, but what was eerie about the video, it was nothing but men surrounding them. And then
What
you
do you
had one.
mean? So you're saying that someone has that released? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, like
Okay, so I
it's
mean
out there.
they get it from here, so it has to be here. So let's see.
That's what I'm saying. And all of a sudden now everything's redacted and everything's quiet. It's kind of weird. So, it doesn't take much for smart people. Okay. Check this out. Keep this in mind. You see a video, you know what? I think this video is gonna die, like they're gonna take it off. Some people they record it personally, and put it on a different app, different drive, whatever, however you want to look at it. That way,
Yeah.
that video is still there, and then they get to show that video off. But I'm not here to say that this is real because even that video can hurt Trump. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree.
I,
Anything that if Trump is in here in any kind of way after he said when he banned him from his house in Mar-a-Lago and all that, there's going to be a serious problem. I think they're really, really looking for that smoking gun, obviously. And because if they would have found it, it would have been out, right? We would have seen that
yeah,
already.
yeah. Now
Um,
I saw some the new files that were sent out, and very interesting. It's all, I guess, people that came out and it would say girl one, girl two, like they didn't put no names, but these are people that I don't know if you're aware of this. There's like a, if you will, a hotline or whatever. Yeah, I was 12 years old at the time, and this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, they're keeping their names anonymous.
well,
Um,
not here. I don't see any
I believe.
redactions.
And what's this here?
The flight logs. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Do we
Yeah,
have
there's everything is wide open. Like you can see everyone's name.
okay? Who do we have? Like Obama
Oh, I would have told you immediately.
Clinton.
And you could tell these are old, obviously.
Yep. Hmm.
This is the first round of flight logs that they released. Well, they said we had access to this before. I mean, there's just like you can't even see anything. They don't even have to redact these. Okay, so this is clear. Where is it going? Points of departure and arrival. So what are these places right here? If you can, if you want to like help out as far as okay, that's obviously Boston. Um Boston. So these Boston to back there, it's not going to his island. I want to know where his the island flights. Yo, if you think about this, this is a private jet. Bro, look how many flight. Yo, they're spending like billions of dollars on flights, bro.
All right. PBI
Millions.
is Palm Beach International.
Palm Beach
Um,
International. Okay. Then you got miles flown, so that's 90. So SAF, uh, Florida,
yeah.
somewhere from Florida. Yeah, it
So
has to
so
be.
so I can look it up. SAF. I'll do it right now.
Yeah, SAF. That has to be like something somewhere. I don't know. I'm just guessing here because it's a short trip and it's
It just says sustainable aviation fuel. Maybe I have to
no.
pull up.
When you put SAF, put like flights.
Well, what I have typed in right now is flight log, and I'm just adding whatever you're giving me there. So, for example, BOS. Let's do BOS. Let me just make sure this is working right. Is Boston, like you said.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
figured.
just
No
give me a minute.
passengers. So they sent a plane with no passengers and it picked up. Yeah, it looks like they picked up Jeffrey and Kim.
Who's kidding?
Let's
Um,
see.
right now what's surfacing is a girl who came forward. Gustine, I think her name is. Oh shoot, what's her name? Oh man.
I put Jeffrey and Kim and it showed some Asian people. That's funny.
Oh, what's her name? Let me see if I can find her.
Linda.
And they get then you got morons who's showing Trump holding a little girl's hand who had listen, as soon as I saw the picture, I said, that's his daughter. Like, not
Yeah,
allowed to do
it's
that.
people are just retarded, bro. Mm.
But my point is this though, okay? With the situation that we got going on right now, you know, with the ICE, the ICE situation and how much these people hate Trump, those very same people can put up whatever they want. Wow, that whole thing was redacted. I'm sorry, that caught me off guard. But this is what I'm saying. Why are they, like, why?
Well,
Why is
it
that
tells you
redacted?
why. It tells you. So, redacted to protect potential victim information. These are the masseuses.
Okay.
Is that excusable? No, not really. I
Oh,
don't. I mean,
I, I mean, look, I live like this, I'm selling a car, you know. I know the head gasket is gone, so let me just put some sort of chemical in there to indicate that the car runs smooth. Once you buy it and you leave, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's like why show that? Because now I'm interested. Like, hey, why did you redact that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why show it? Just leave it out. Look right there. What does that say? I'm pointing like you can see me. You see that? Yeah. What does it say?
Well, I figured you were talking about this. So they flew
Is that
over.
is that PBI?
What are you talking about? This right here, Palm Beach International in San
Oh, okay.
Francisco.
Hey, listen, not for nothing.
Not San Francisco. Yeah.
That Palm Beach and all that, it's a lot in a lot of these files, supposedly. So,
Well, we're looking at it. We,
yeah.
yeah, Florida. You're saying those files like we're not looking at the exact files. So like the no passengers, that's suspicious. What are you flying? What are you doing?
Okay, can you see this? Man, it's fucking. Oh man, it's just bright.
What
Let
are
me
you
see if
talking about? You
hold
want me to
on, let
look
me
at your
see.
screen? Hold on.
Oh, you can't see it. Damn it, man. Can I send this to you? Because these are the files that I want to look at. They just came from the files and it's
All right, well,
very
send me a link and I'll open it. I'll open it right
this
here.
is it is on Instagram. Can you get it? You know what?
You're gonna send
I'm gonna copy it and then send it to you.
No,
What do you want?
it's hold on. I'll just open it right here. Wait. What were you gonna do? I'm sorry.
What I did was captured it and I could
Yeah,
send. Okay,
send it
I'm
to my
gonna send.
email.
Okay, mm, this is what I want to look for. This is some seriously, bro, seriously juicy stuff. And like I'm really fixed on it. I cannot find it. It might have been redacted. Let's keep that in mind, folks. All right. So we got Gandhi. I can't get over that, bro. Um,
Gandhi Jahobi. Um,
oh man.
there's somebody right here by the name of J.E. But that's Jeffrey Epstein. That
Yeah,
makes sense. Because I was like, who is this dude? But because they were spelling his name first, but I understand why they're abbreviating it because it's a lot of names.
yeah.
But they could just put any name, right? I mean, what like I mean, were they that stupid to think that we'll never see this? Or I mean, I'm pretty sure no one thought at this time that we'll have the technology in 2004 like we have right now where we can live this shit on the internet. I'm more than sure they wasn't thinking about that. Um,
Okay, tell me if you got that. What I did, I forwarded onto to what you sent me for the Zoom call. Check that out, bro. I
well, that
want.
I don't even know. Yeah, that's not gonna come to my. That's a different email. I don't even know.
Oh,
Oh no, yeah. No, it's here.
You
It
got it?
came through. Yeah, because when I send that email, I don't do it through like Google. It just like sends it through whatever. I think obviously this is linked to Google, but it
Yeah.
doesn't show it that way. That's what I was trying to say.
Open that up. Open that up. Read just some of that stuff. This is people, these are phone calls, people that have called, and there's a lot of them.
You
There
should have
is
just
a
sent me
lot
the
of them.
link. You
Oh
should have
no,
just sent the link.
it was on Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should have just sent the link.
Let me see if I could do
Yeah,
that.
try to do that because this is I want to see all of it
Uh,
clearly. I can't see this clear the way I want to. Um, so what
uh,
so this is a complaint. Let me see if I could pull up complaints in this thing. Maybe I could pull that right up. So let's see.
can you hear me?
Can I hear you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a message came up saying your default microphone has changed. I just wanted to make sure you heard me.
Oh no, no, I can hear you. You're clear.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to your Vic F at Gmail. Is that
Yeah.
okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will go through. Mm-mm-mm.
So let's see.
Let me see. Tell me if you got this, bro. Now this has a couple of pages, dude. I read some of these pages, and if it's for real, it's quite sickening. But what bothers me is that it's like girl one, girl two, whatever, blah blah blah, and a lot of stuff is redacted. But they they break down things like, I mean, I'm gonna tell you what I read that was like, wow. One girl said that Trump would and I you know it this is very sensitive, folks. If you can't handle it, just turn down the volume. This will take me no more than a minute. But in one of the people who came forward, they said that Trump would finger these 12, 13-year-old girls on tightness, okay, and then auction them off. And then they went as far as saying that Ivana was there. So you got to figure this is when she was alive, his old
Okay. Well,
wife,
yeah. So what
and
are we
and
looking at? Go ahead.
and that he was there with his family while doing this. Now, it's not to say that they were there watching him do this, but he would go wherever he was doing this, and they could be in another room, but just
Okay,
to
okay. Well, I hear what you say. I wanted to focus on this because I have it up now.
and the
Um,
other thing too is everybody that's coming forward, they were like, yeah, I was 12 at the time, I was 50, yeah, I was 12 at the time, 15, like they have all these weird ages.
yeah. Well, let's just here. We have something right here. So, reported an identified female friend who was forced to perform oral sex on
Hmm.
President Trump approximately 34 years ago in New Jersey. So what the problem here?
Go ahead. I want your opinion on
Oh,
this.
okay, so this was from and sent. So there's a I was actually debating someone on my TikTok via messaging, and the complainant at that time, even in like 2000 or whatever, said President Trump. The problem is that he wasn't president at that time. So that doesn't make any fucking sense. So if this is a complaint summary, it says like the exchange was Thursday, August 7th, 2025. Okay.
Hmm.
But what date was this complaint entered? Because if it
Exactly.
is entered at this time,
Hmm.
that wouldn't make any sense. And the
Dude,
guy got
thank you.
really upset with me. I don't know why, but
Thank you, bro. Because when read this, I was like, wait, I'm a little lost from when did they do this again? You know, so
but
so this is my point with this. Okay, remember we got a lot of people that hate him. Oh, we're gonna release the Epstein's files. All right, let's make a call and pretend I was 12 at the time and blah 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 blah. So how authentic is this? And then nobody puts their names. If everything's either redacted or girl one, girl two, or whatever.
Yeah, so so now what we're gonna do is try to figure out when
You see this? Look at
this
this.
was
Oh,
complained. Well, first, before I don't want to read bullshit, right?
no,
I
no,
want
yeah,
to
yeah,
make
yeah, yeah.
sure I want to make sure that this complaint is when was this complaint created? That's what
Exactly.
I want first. So I don't want to
Exactly.
waste my time reading nonsense.
But that was my problem with that. I'm like, yo, how legit is this? There's not even a date. They're talking about last year this was put in. Like, no, no, when did this happen? Dude, I could tell you all day long, hey, bro, when I was 12 and riding bike, when I was 14 and doing music, I'm not giving you a time though. If you don't know me from a hole in the wall, you might think I'm just 18 years old for all because I'm talking about when I was 12 and 14, for an example. But here I am, at my age. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like I I think this is a stab at Trump, to make him look bad or whatever, because
Well,
his
yeah, I
name is
just
in quite a few of them.
Yeah, well, I just found what you were talking about. Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in, and
Hmm.
Trump would auction them off. He measured the children's vulva and
Hmm.
vaginas by entering a finger and rated the children on tightness. The guests were
Yeah.
elder men and included Elon Musk, Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka, and Ivanka Trump. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna see Calendar Girls. Let's see when that was done. It's a
Now,
simple
I,
investigation.
I do have one quick question on that. See, when I read that, what bothered me was like, oh, did he know Musk back then? Because you got to remember, when did Epstein died? What, a couple of years back, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I forget exactly when he died. Um, when
He
when
died in
was
two. Look, he died in 2019. Okay. You heard about the passport, right? The passport that they found, which I'm pretty sure they redacted that. The passport is from, Islam or wherever, and it even had a different name. It didn't even say Jeffrey Epstein. It was just a whole different name.
Yeah, well, check this out. So it looks like December 12th, 1992 is what they're referring to with the calendar girls. What's the
Mhm.
problem with that right there? So right now, I'm calling bullshit on this entire document,
Thank you,
and I'm
bro.
gonna tell you why. Well, I mean, you have to research. Like we can't like make assumptions, right? Like what they did, these people right here, if they were rich, Trump would fucking sue the hell out of them.
Well,
So
listen, just to be clear and to be fair to everybody, literally, I just came across that like maybe 30 minutes ago, bro. And I was like, yo, what is
All right.
this?
So look, Elon Musk is 54 years old. If this was in
Mhm.
1993, that'd shave off a lot of years of his life, and that wouldn't correlate to even Donald Trump Jr. being an elder man. Um, I'm calling bullshit on this
Donald
entire
Trump and Elon
document.
Musk have met multiple times.
Um,
Notable meetings include
Oh,
March
sorry.
2024.
Sorry about that.
yeah, you see, this is the type of rabbit holes I refuse. I'm not even entertaining that bullshit until I find it in the files here. And if I did find it in these files, or if we found it in the files and it says stuff like President Trump at the time, it doesn't make sense. It's bullshit. And I don't fucking like liars, bro. Like I can't stand motherfuckers who lie, dude. Um, so with that said, yeah, because Elon Musk would have been 20 at that time, just about 20 years old. And then you think about that. I
Okay.
mean, but you called it. You said there's so much bullshit and information out there, it's hard to keep up. But this is why we're doing this, what we're doing right now.
Well, when you look at, let's just let's finish this up with Elon Musk. Okay. Supposedly in 2017 is when Trump and Elon Musk might have interacted in business. Again, Epstein died in 2019. Okay.
18 or
And,
19, because you said 18 before.
I'm sorry, it would be
It's okay.
2019.
It's all right.
Okay. So when Trump and Elon Musk really got together was in 24. So this guy was already gone. So you got 2017, you got 2 years before this guy offed himself. You know what I'm saying? So it's I guess
Oh,
what I'm
I
trying,
see what you're saying. You're
yeah,
you're you're trying to say, well, you're not trying to say, you are saying that uh Elon Musk and Trump weren't even tied at the hip at the
yes,
time. Yeah,
yes,
no,
at
that
the
doesn't make
time.
sense. You're
So,
right. Yeah,
you
I
know,
agree with
it
that.
I'm not saying that Elon never hung out with Epstein. I'm not saying that at all. But as far as Trump and him, because you're gonna come across, I'll just call it fake videos. Maybe they're real. Again, they redacted a lot of the videos, so now I'm kind of curious what's going on.
Well, I
Okay,
don't think
but
I don't take really quick. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I don't take Elon Musk to be a stupid person. And if he's going to say something like Trump is in the Epstein files, that would leave room for him being exposed and being a hypocrite. Does that make sense? Like, I
yeah,
don't think
yeah,
he would have
yeah.
said that. And that's why I don't even like when anyone is having these discussions, like talking about shit that just isn't logical, it's just a waste of time. We shouldn't even waste our time talking about dumb shit like that. But I want to hear what you have to say. But just going forward, when we're going through these files, because we're probably going to be here for an entire fucking year looking at these files. Who the hell
Oh yeah,
knows?
oh yeah, oh
And I
yeah.
don't want to focus energy on nonsense. That's one thing I just refuse to do.
Well, that's the thing, bro. You know, the warning to anybody who listens to us or views videos, just be careful because
Hmm.
you're gonna get brainwashed into believing stuff that you see. Okay, it's happening right now just for social media. Like, oh my God, that cop beat that guy. You know what I mean? Like, and it's fake. So like who's doing it? Who's doing it? Guess what? People that hate somebody will do that. You know, fake videos, fake notes, fake this, fake that, and it's sad, bro. Because right now you and I have to now fight and figure it out. Like, damn it, man, that was it real. Look, I sent that to you because I wanted your opinion. Your opinion is as valid as mine. I'm like, I don't believe this. They don't put dates. They just say, well, when I was 15. Okay, well, how old are you now? Like what's going on here, bro? You know what I'm saying? Um, it'd be good or great to see if we see the same thing that I sent you in the files, but I don't know, man. We're looking at if I'm not mistaken, I read an article about it. We're looking at over 180,000 files, bro. We'll be here for, let's just say, just
I want to
stay
say
up.
a year. Yeah,
Yeah, if you no, if you do it 24/7, you're looking at close to 3, 4 months, but by the time we're done,
I see. Yeah, no, I agree with that too.
it's a lot. But all this redaction doesn't make sense. Like, what do we
Well,
hide?
it
No,
does make
well,
sense.
well, well, don't get me wrong. If it's names, I get it. But some of it is sentences. Like, what did you keep out? Like a curse word? Are you serious?
I
It's
doubt
all
that.
over
Yeah.
social media, bro. I mean, it won't be too long before the news starts cursing. Like, oh my God, it's fucking raining again. You know what I mean? Like expect showers all fucking day, man.
Isn't that crazy? Like I was listening to like some of the the late night quote comedians, and they're starting to curse now. They bleep it out, but it's funny that you mentioned that because even like the mayor, he was like, you know, to Donald Trump and all the ice, get the fuck out of Minnesota. So you're stupid. Like you're trying to sound like a tough guy, and you like bowed down to your whole entire. I did a video about that. He bowed down to his crowd
Mm-hmm.
that was mobbing him because of the Black Lives Matter protest and all that. And obviously, he didn't want any pushback. And who doesn't want to stay in office, bro? Come on. Like for anyone that's like, yeah, I'm gonna concede, or uh, I'm gonna peacefully transition because I'm a servant of my country. No one in their right minds that have that much power wants to lose it. It just no.
Well, the funny thing about office, presidencies, mayors, whatever, what I'm saying? Even when they leave the office, they're set for life, number one. They still have the security for life till they die. You know what I mean? It's not like it's over.
Oh, you're
You know what
talking
I'm
about
saying?
like specifically presidents, because not that
Yes,
doesn't, yeah,
especially presidents, they still have the Secret Service on their side.
for life, yeah, that is true.
You know what I'm saying? But even just picture you being a governor, just because you're out of the chair. Oh my God, I'm broke. I'm homeless. You never. I have yet to hear that story, bro.
And you
Seriously.
know what? We should hear more stories like that. Not to say that I want someone to be broken, hungry, and starving, but you shouldn't be coming into office as a public servant and then suddenly you're just fucking filthy rich. I don't understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't like it. That's why I don't trust politicians, and it's ironic because I would love to be a politician myself, but just understanding what I know, it's a dirty world. And not
Well,
that you know what I mean? Like it's
I'm going to tell you why people hate Trump. Okay, my opinion. There's only two people that I know so far in the United States, okay, that proved that money is powerful. And it's the first one to prove it was Bloomberg, adding another 4 years of being a mayor, all through money. And here you have Trump, who's never been at war, he's never been military, he's just a very rich man, and yet here he is in office, not once but twice. Oh,
who? You
by the
talking about
way,
Bloomberg? I'm sorry.
yeah, you remember Mayor Bloomberg back in
Yeah,
the day?
yeah, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was working in school. He was in school at the time. Go figure. You know what I mean? And I'll never forget. He paid for another 4 years of term. That is power, bro. And then to take another person who has nothing, never got involved with military or whatever the case. He might endorse money or say, "Hey, go build the two fighter jets or whatever." He could have done all that. But here's a man who has no knowledge of military. He's the president now. You know what I'm saying? But like I think what's going on, and this is my honest opinion about these Epstein's files. I don't think they care about anybody but Trump. Seriously.
What
Because
do you
right now,
mean?
okay,
Oh,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying like the news media doesn't care who else is in there as long as they're just looking for Trump. They're
yes,
overseeing everything else,
yes,
like Clintons and all that.
yes.
Did you watch the end of the video of the other one?
I was in the middle of it when you sent the message to come on.
Okay, yeah. So in the end, I'll just a spoiler alert. In the end, I found Bill Clinton's picture organically. Not, oh yeah, this is a link to get it. That's why I said we need to
Yeah. There,
focus on what
there's several.
we're well, look, really quick, we need to focus on what we're exposing because we're exposing it, not someone else, and then we're going to share what someone else is exposing.
Well,
Unless it's something like the Trump, really quick, we got plenty of time.
yeah, yeah.
The Unless someone's mentioning something like the whole Trump thing that we just debunked ourselves, is it true? Is it not? I don't know 100%, but as far as what I just experienced, it's nonsense.
Well, the way I see it is now strongly, and you said it, they're bringing in Clinton's name. They're bringing in Obama's name. They're trying to say that Obama was into guys, little boys. That's what he was into. You know what I'm saying? They say that Clinton was trying to be number one at these parties. Like, like how many little kids I could bang. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Um, they're saying that women are coming forward saying, "Yeah, I lost my virginity to Trump." And it's like, honestly, bro, I don't, right now this is very sketchy because like I've always told you, oh, be careful with AI, and I give you the little hints on how you know it's real and not real. I warned you on how good it's going to get, so right now I'm in a situation that you and I are going to be doing very, very, very heavy investigating on this. You know, it's going to be our opinions, but then again, look at it this way, bro. What's real and what's fake? You
Well,
can't.
this is very real what I'm reading right here. So it says two sentenced to prison for foiled terrorist plot on Muslims. Two
Hmm.
men were sentenced to between 4 and 12 years in prison on Friday after threatening to bomb a Muslim community in the United States.
Hmm.
You ready for this? Second one. Man with improvised explosives. So these guys are talking about bombing a Muslim community, and this dude actually has a freaking bomb, and he gets weekends.
Yeah,
What?
pretty much.
I'll be right back.
Pretty much, man.
Please.
Yeah, it's a very, very sad world that we live in, you know, and if you're involved with social media, you might need to kick back a little bit, just step back. Because for everything that you see on the news, social media has something to say about it. For everything that social media has to say, the news has to say something about it. You know, again, we all have our opinions, but we do have to investigate everything that we read, that we see. You have to cross-reference everything, and it's becoming to a point where people are just very lazy, and they'll just be like, oh my God, I gotta share this with my friend. That friend shares it with their friend, and so on and so on and so on. And you know what the rule is? If you have 10 people in line and you whisper something to that one person, by the time it gets to that last 10th person, the story's different already. So again, whatever social media is putting out there, the news is gonna put something different. Whatever the news is putting out there, social media will put something different. Okay, so here we have these files, ironically, a lot of redaction, names respectfully, but a full sentence, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Like, does it even matter anymore? Epstein is gone. Does it matter? It's not going to hurt him anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, if we're out to hurt people, take the redaction off. Come on, what's up with that?
What is what like there's like random files in here. What are we looking at? Hold on a second. I think
Now, I'm gonna share something with you. I know it's tedious. We might have to work on this together, in the sense like, hey, I'm gonna start looking at these files. There might be files that make no sense, but it's here for us to see. Why?
well, that's the thing too, because like the reason why I want to show these things is for people who don't want to go through it and just want to kick back and relax and like zoom in on stuff. Because we might have people in the audience that might find something. I think you were probably just about to say that, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So
give me a
what is
second.
this? U.S. Customs and Border Protection,
Yeah,
U.S.
give me.
Department of
I'll be
Homeland
right back.
Security. See, now that's interesting. You know, what was redacted? Names? What does that say there? Wow. This is gonna be a long year, man, for a lot of folks. And I know some people are gonna lose sleep over this, just checking out all these files. But you know what? Be careful what you read, be careful what you decide to post. Again, opinions don't give no facts. Uh, I'm a firm believer that a lot of this can be fabricated to make someone look bad. You know, um, you know, this is wild, bro. This is wild. That's all I have to say, man. It's just getting really wild. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting next couple of months because we're going to be at it. We're going to be at it real hard. But just let's just look at this file here. I'm just trying to see what this is. Last name, first name. So Jeffrey Epstein all the way down the list. Date of birth. Type.
Yeah.
Is it all Yeah, it's all Epstein. This is interesting. This right here is interesting, and I would love to see what was redacted. Date
Well,
of it says DOB's date of birth, if I'm not mistaken, right?
yeah, 1 second. Huh? Why? I just changed the cup. You see that other cup that's in front of you? Literally, all right, just give me a second. Hold on. Hey, are you still there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here, man.
I'm gonna play a video. You can comment on it. I'm gonna tuck my daughter in because I promised people that I'm not going to edit any of this. Um, let's do a Epstein bombshell video. You can comment on it, take the reins,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'll be right
Just
back. So let's see,
just
compilation.
make sure I see it because I see like
I blocked it. Yeah, I blocked the
oh, okay,
thing so it
okay.
doesn't see like
Everything
what
else.
I'm
I got you.
yeah, yeah. Um
I mean, the way I see it right now, the way this files are coming out, me and you went to the party. You know what I'm saying? Like me and you were there. Like a lot of people are coming forward. They're like, yeah, I went there and I just had a few drinks. There was a guy that I saw, and I debunked it right away, that supposedly he was the bartender at his island, and um, people would come up and be like, "Yeah, I wa- they were notoriously ordering like pina coladas. Okay, now they would come up and be like, "Yeah, let me get a virgin." So he would give him a virgin pina colada, and the guy would be like, "No, a virgin." So I'm like, yeah, okay, dude, whatever, man. You're not putting yourself on social media like that, man, bro. You hiding at this point because there's a lot of powerful men that are involved in this Epstein file situation. They know where that you would plaster your face for millions of people to see and think you're going to get away with it. I'm just saying, just my opinion.
all right, so look, I'm gonna play this. Make
Hmm.
sure that you interrupt here and there because
Yeah.
what happens is you get copywritten, and I'm gonna not play the volume too high.
Hmm.
1 second. Check microphone and speaker settings. I already did. All right. Um, let's just take the reins. I'm sure there's a way that you can control what I'm doing if you had a Mac.
Here we go. Here
Just
we go again.
I just had to.
Here in the man
All right,
about
it's all
truth, you should
yours.
know
I'll
the
be right
truth, the whole
back.
truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am. Would you please state your full name?
Jeffrey Edward Epstein, and my residence address is 6100 Red Hook Boulevard in Virgin Islands.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime?
Virgin Islands.
Yes.
Interesting.
The
Virgin
sex crimes of
Islands.
millionaire financier Jeffrey Epstein are appalling.
I was unaware that I was going to be alone with him. I thought I was going to die.
More than 100
Okay.
vulnerable teenagers and young women trapped in his depraved web.
He started touching himself.
Okay.
Tonight, the Epstein Files, the latest on who knew what in the biggest sex trafficking ring in history. His
There
elite
goes Trump
circle
again.
of the wealthy
Clinton.
and powerful on notice as thousands of damning new court documents are unsealed.
They will
Interesting.
contain the names of people associated with Jeffrey Epstein.
Prince Andrew and the former President Bill Clinton have been named.
More are expected to come out.
Wow.
In the last few weeks, they've linked Epstein to some very famous names and exposed some very sordid details.
There goes Michael
The odd
Jackson.
views that exist
We've been investigating this scandal since Jeffrey Epstein's death in 2019. This is where Jeffrey Epstein served his sentence. That he can still shock is extraordinary.
I won't stop fighting. I will never be silenced.
As you'll see, this monster's tentacles continue to reach from beyond the grave.
I really believe there should have been more people servicing from this. You know what I mean? You know, the guy's gone.
Lawyers on the grounds he might incriminate himself, Epstein thought his own silence would protect him forever.
Nope.
With his death by suicide in 2019 and the jailing of his former lover and right-hand woman Ghislaine Maxwell 2 years ago, Epstein's associates may well have thought the scandal was over. But after a decade of legal wrangling,
Wow.
more than 150 people have been publicly identified, linked to Epstein and his sex trafficking network.
He was a brilliant manipulator,
Mm-hmm.
not just of vulnerable girls and women. He was a brilliant manipulator of powerful men.
A really
Mhm.
heinous crime on an absolutely massive scale that was allowed to continue and continue and continue.
My question is, why didn't people come forward? Somebody got to have that guilt.
On my own island, I can think the thoughts I want to think. I can do the work I want to do, free to explore as I see fit.
Jeffrey Epstein's vast wealth gave him access to whatever he wanted. As we now know, the globe-trotting multimillionaire created a network where young women were supplied to him wherever he went.
I realize what I am. I'm very comfortable in my own skin. What I'm really free to do is I'm free to follow my own personality.
What were the parents of these kids? That's what I want to
And with
know.
his own plane and plush properties all over the world, he felt free to abuse in the privacy of his various homes.
Hmm.
I'm more than sure we're gonna get copywritten for that. I might
I
have to cut that section because you can't play like more than 30, seconds or some
yeah,
dumb
yeah.
shit.
It was interesting because I popped the question while they were showing the video, and you know, they didn't say kids. Number one, okay. I didn't comment on that they didn't say kids, but I did comment on, where were the kids' parents, to begin with.
Oh yeah,
And
actually, I just heard you say I had the headphones in my ears. That is, when you don't watch your kids and then you think about like the technology that we had before, you couldn't check up on them, see where they're at, who they're talking to.
yeah. Hey, just so you
Uh,
know, you're smudged,
hold on.
like you're out of focus or something.
Yeah, always tell
But
me that. Yeah, hold on.
it was just interesting. They have over 100 names, and what I did comment on in the video was that, it's not fair to say, that somebody there had to have had a good heart and be like, yo, this is not for me. I'll wait by the shoreline or something. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll go sleep on the plane. You know what I'm saying? But then again, yesterday when you showed the picture of the elevator, was that a punishment chamber, for either a kid or an adult that didn't want to participate? Who knows? You know, I'm quite sure Jeffrey Epstein had big bodyguards, like, oh, you don't want to participate? Come with me. Throw him in that little caged elevator and like just sit there and watch now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this situation can go in so many directions. So many directions. Now, what I wasn't aware of is the pictures were focused on one place and they only talk about two places, but apparently he had many estates. He had many homes, here and there, Um, ironically, they said one of them was in the Virgin Islands. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I don't know if that's just a gimmick or just coincidence or whatever, but it is what it is. And during the course of the years of the year, they're gonna be sending out more and more information. Like right now, we're just tapping into pictures that have a lot of meaning. I think it's fair to say that some of them pictures were kids. Some of them were. Okay. Um,
Well, we saw some videos yesterday, right? I mean, not videos, but the pictures.
the
It
pictures, yeah.
wasn't. I mean, we can't really say, oh, it was a kid, but it kind of looked like it. I mean,
Well, one of the pictures was I can't think of her name. Somebody has passed on, and she put out a quote unquote, this is just what's out there, a voice message. If you're listening to this, that means I'm dead. You know what I mean? And
oh
you know,
yeah.
she started to explain what was going on. She knew too much and all of this and that. And it's just interesting because I still say, where the hell were the parents for these kids? You know, hypothetically, if it's true, okay, which can be, what
If
happened?
what's true,
These kids, okay,
no, that's somewhere where I'll have to tell you like that is a fact that happened. That he
oh,
got
okay,
charged for it, you
now,
know?
now, feel me out on this. Feel me out on this. So where is okay? And I'm with you on this, but I just want you to feel this for a minute.
Okay.
So, where was that picture on the milk box? Where was that picture on missing children in Walmart?
Well, they weren't
Where?
meant, so that's what I was trying to explain to you yesterday.
Okay.
Um, excuse me, I had to burp. Um, just because you're trafficking humans, that doesn't mean like it's a terrible ride for you, where you're tortured, or like yeah, the girls could have easily told their parents, like, hey, I'm bringing home bread. Here's the money. Yeah, there are parents like that are okay with these situations. Now, what happens is you have these teenagers that are doing that. They grow up and then they have buyer's remorse, right? It's like, damn, dude, I shouldn't have did that. And now they're like, well, I was vulnerable at that age, which I completely find to be bullshit because I was that age once and I didn't do inappropriate things to get ahead and get a couple of bucks in my pocket. I call complete bullshit on that. So I'm not trying to victim blame at all. Don't get me wrong for anyone that's listening, but at the same time, like, again, like the male prostitutes that Diddy was human trafficking over the borderline because they went to a different state. That doesn't mean they were being tortured. That doesn't mean they were missing per se. They were just being trafficked. Because um, if I said, Henry, I want you to sell your body over there in Pennsylvania from Florida, and I'm facilitating the travel, that's considered human trafficking, and that's just what it is, because I'm selling your body to someone else. No different from selling drugs to someone else. It's called trafficking. Once you bring that shit over fucking state lines, all right, it's a wrap. It's a
Now,
fucking wrap.
if I'm understanding what you're saying, okay, this is going to go on a very deeper level. Okay,
Can I just say it before you say it really quick?
go ahead.
I think the girls enjoyed it. Some of them did. They weren't being held against their will. They just made terrible decisions, just like
Well,
any of us did as teenagers. And as they got older, they're like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. And he took advantage of me, and rightfully so, he did. You were vulnerable. But for some of these people, like you were saying yesterday, like were they being held against their will in the gated elevator? Like I don't. There's no evidence to that.
okay. I will agree with you and add more. Okay. what I'm thinking is, you know, um, hey, I'll give you $1 million if you let me take your daughter on this trip. You know
Uh,
what I'm saying?
you see?
Okay. What was the movie? Indecent Proposal with Debbie
Yeah.
Moore and Robert Redford.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah, yeah,
sleep
yeah.
with
No, great movie.
let me sleep with your wife for $1 million. Dude, money is very powerful. In this situation, it could be that. Because again, like I said, you never saw no I would like to see if somewhere in all these reports, like they just throw in there, missing child, missing child. But then again, for you to be missing means you're gone. Okay, you feel what I'm saying? So there's something not right here.
Well, missing child like a missing keys. Like I'm always losing my damn keys, bro. Like it just makes no sense. Especially lately, as of late.
I mean,
So
hypothetically, what did we do? Snatch a child up for 2 days and then drop him off? You know what I'm saying?
that's not missing. That's why you don't see them on a milk
Exactly,
carton. So
exactly.
I agree with you on that, bro. 100%. Like, are
What?
they missing? Do you know where they're going? Just like you said, there's actual evidence to people in other countries that do sell their children off.
Now, with that being said, um, I'm your friend, Vic. Hey, Vic, man, just tell your mother that you're gonna be over my house, but yo, we're gonna fly to an island and have a blast. You know what I'm saying? Because you said something.
It's still on the parent. You
No, no,
just
no. Hold
so
on, hold on, hold on. You said something very interesting. Whereas you said that some might have enjoyed it. We don't know that. We don't know that. I mean, shit, Drew Barrymore was on drugs when she was 13. She was all messed up, and the parents knew that, but it's not like they did anything about it.
who
You
you
know what I mean?
said? Who?
But Drew Barrymore, the
Oh,
actress,
okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
okay,
Yeah.
she was 13 when she was already doing heavy drugs and partying with
Damn.
adults, with adults.
With
So
the so you're saying with the knowledge of the parents that they
yes,
knew
and the
she was
parents
done.
knew
Okay.
that she just wasn't stable, but
Hmm.
these adults are high profile people. So when you look at Epstein and the people involved, I mean, dude, we got names of Bill Gates and, like I said before, Michael Jackson, Trump,
Well,
you know,
so that's what I was trying to tell you early on the telephone. Like, yeah, we don't have to talk about what we heard about. We're gonna find this
yeah.
shit ourselves.
No, this is what I'm
One
saying. This
thing,
is the stuff I want to find.
yeah. So like, yeah. We will find that. Like yesterday, I bumped into uh Bill Clinton.
Uh-huh.
That wasn't anyone telling us where it's at. We naturally bumped into it.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, we will bump into some of this shit. But what I don't want to do again is waste time on what other people are saying, what's
Yeah,
in
yeah,
here.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
want to focus on what we're seeing with our own two eyes, you know? Um,
yeah.
and
I'm
that's
trying to.
not to downplay what you're saying. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah,
I just don't want to focus on that too much. You know what I mean? Like I think we should give ourselves more credit into what we're doing right now and not mention something that we haven't seen because we just saw about what 20 flight logs. I didn't see Bill Clinton or anyone on it. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? So yeah, we have to
So
be
the pictures. Remember the pictures from yesterday? Was it more than what they gave? Because I noticed whenever you go to the bottom, it's like one, two, three, four, five, or whatever. Did we really go through them all?
exactly. Well, that's the point. And what I'm doing right now is shooting
Whoa,
from
whoa,
the
whoa, whoa,
hip.
whoa! Go back up.
Hmm.
Oh, this is all confidential.
Well, we're
Interesting.
supposed to be confidential apparently
Well,
because
they redact a lot of it, but
okay, so this is interesting to me. This is going to kind of answer your question from like in the beginning of the video.
mhm.
We're going through the thing, and you're like, why are they redacting names and account numbers like right there, whatever. And the first thing I said, right, to because I'm not trying to be combative, I'm just trying to be logical about the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
situation. And I was just like, okay, well, they're not trying to get people and their businesses because people will turn away and not do business with them anymore. So is this guy still alive or dead? Because as far as we can see, he's a part of the Epstein files.
Now,
He's a treasurer.
you see what I find? I'm going to
You
tell
have
you.
his whole government right here, bruh.
Yes, yes, his whole address, everything is just out there.
And it says confidential on top of that.
Yeah,
So I'm agreeing with the
yeah.
question that you had earlier.
Mm-hmm. This is what I understand. How do you redact names but give an address? I could just go to the address and figure it out.
Exactly.
The scary looking guy that's rushing in every time he gets out his car, like, make just hurry up before I get shot, you know?
This is
It's
insanity.
like it's weird, bro. Like something is not right. Something's not
Date of
making
birth. Okay, I can find all of this information from this dude right now by typing it in a search
and is that
engine.
good? Yep. Who runs this company? Richard, whatever. Like,
He's the
oh,
CEO, bro. So what does that mean? Was Richard a part of the problem?
mm-hmm.
Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. Maybe we should read the entire thing. Maybe not. I'm not interested in reading that. I just want to show the files for people to actually who wants to go in there and be like, oh shit, because again, you said there's over 100,000, files or whatever the case is. Not everyone's gonna go through everything. It's just impossible. You have to shoot from the hip, and it's just like boom, 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 boom. What did I find something? Did I hit something? It's sort of like you know what napalm is? I'm not trying to patronize you, but like napalm when they were just like in the Vietnam War, they were just lighting the entire area up with fucking like bombs that will just light people on fire, right? Are you there? Uh-oh. I think we lost mode. Oh, he stepped away. That's fine. But yeah, like napalm, they're just like shooting from the hip and seeing, well, that's what we're doing right now. Trying to see what we could find, obviously. All right. So just moving forward while mode probably went to go use the bathroom, whatever.
Yes, I did. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you see, like this is a whole like this is all information. So like now that we got this guy in the files, does that mean oh he's a part of the files just because he's a traitor? Like that's not fair. They didn't redact his information, but they're redacting other people, and I have no other reason to believe otherwise that they're just trying to protect a certain class of people. And I think that
Bro, it's called power and money. That's what that is. Because
yeah, I think that's a fair assessment, in my
again,
opinion.
and this is real news.
Well, look at this. Look at this shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. It doesn't make sense.
But go ahead. What were you about to say? Real news or whatever?
It's just like I said in real news, Lifetime or whatever. They asked Trump, "What do you feel about the Epstein files or whatever?" I don't have a problem with it. Do it. Just look at everything. And then for whatever reason, he mentions can't think of his name, but we're gonna probably come across it. But apparently, Epstein had a best friend. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell.
yes, but here Trump mentions, I'm not trying to put him down, but it's like, okay, yeah.
I
But
see. Yeah, and you know what I found interesting when we were watching that video. Well, where I was listening, you were watching it pretty much when I took a little break earlier. They were talking about Ghislaine Maxwell was his lover. I didn't know that. And that was very naive of me to think that that wasn't possible. I just thought they were business partners. But at the same time, how naive and stupid of me to even consider like, okay, they weren't playing around with each other. Of course they were. You know, like I was thinking about that. I'm like, damn, I really never thought of that. But when it comes to these situations, there's so much information going out.
well,
Um,
it's interesting because, again, this is a situation, and you mentioned it yesterday, a brothel. Okay.
yeah,
This is a brothel for underage humans. Okay.
which has been
Uh,
going on forever.
yeah.
Yes.
So, Which one you want, Vic? You know what I mean? I'll take that one. All right, it's gonna cost you $2 million. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, because this man was not known for anything special. You know what I'm saying? He was just a like the video showed me, he was able to manipulate people. Uh if people don't understand what manipulation is, it I call it the gift of gab. Somebody who could talk to you there, dude, if you jump off this cliff.
You're talking about a fucking liar. Yeah, the
Yeah,
people that
yeah.
I
If
hate.
if,
Yeah.
if you jump off this cliff, you'll be all right. Not knowing underneath that body of water are rocks.
Real
Like,
quick, I have to interrupt you only because I'm going through so many files and I just want your assessment on this. I hate to interrupt you because I know you could go on a roll.
You should no, look at this. The National Coordinator for Child Exploitation. Why can't you show his name on
That
that?
do you see what like?
That
And no,
doesn't make
I'm
sense.
seeing what you're saying now.
Yeah. It's like what's the problem? Like if you work for this big thing, I applaud you, but why can't you show off? You know what I'm saying? Why the cover up? Because right now at this point, I can look that name up and see
Easily.
all the names of the people and just start ciphering out like it's not that person, it's not that person.
But again, hold on. Like, cause I did this to I'll tell you a quick story for anyone, that wants to hear a little quick story. Um, you said one of my best friends in the world, bro. Like when I told you like you can call me anytime, you have full permission. One of my other best friends that I've ever had has full permission as well. Her name is Becky. She knows who she is, obviously. I haven't spoken to her in years and I miss her dearly, and I hope she's doing okay, whatever. Um, but there was one time where she was intoxicated, and so was I. And she wanted to drive her vehicle. And obviously I was like, no. Although I was out of my mind as well. We're fucking young and stupid. I took her keys and threw that shit. Just like I was saying earlier, like,
Yeah.
okay, you want to drive? Go find your keys. Good luck. She couldn't find it. And then it was pretty funny because like she put her hands on me in a not in an aggressive manner, like to grab the keys before I threw them and stuff. And I was holding her wrist. And if you let go of someone's wrist while they're backing up, oh, she fell right into the bushes, bro. It was like the funniest shit that's why I'm mentioning it right now. But it's the same thing here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're like,
Well,
okay, hey, I'm gonna redact this. You can find it, but good luck. Go find it yourself. And I don't like this whole Pam Bondi, the FBI, even Trump himself. Um, Obviously because he probably gave the go ahead, like, yeah, just redact whatever you need to redact. He's not looking at these files, obviously. He doesn't have time to do that. Um,
well, my thing is
I
this.
yeah.
Look at this file right here, right? Look at the subject. That's very important. U.S. versus Maxwell. Okay. Now I'm going to go out on a limb here. U.S. meaning the United States, correct?
Are you serious?
No, I don't know what. I look at it as us.
To pick on you.
Us.
Come on, dude. Yeah. No, yes, it's the United States versus Maxwell. Yes,
Oh
it's
shit!
federal.
I catch that.
100%.
Now my question to you is, oh, hold on, man. I got a cat trying to get on my fucking laptop. Come on, buddy.
Nice. I
Oh,
want a cat. I'm so allergic though, I can't.
go, go. All right.
Yeah, so this is clearly the United States versus Maxwell, yes.
Now answer me this, and just your opinion. Um, I don't know how to look at that, honestly.
What
We're
do you mean?
talking about the United States. We're talking 50, 52 states, whatever, against
The
one
federal
man.
government, yes.
Yes, pretty much. Okay. And they're talking about redacting certain information. Okay. So if I'm understanding this is right, Maxwell has the right to redact information? Is that what I'm understanding?
Absolutely not. No. When you get subpoenaed, and I'm speaking from experience and as an expert when it comes to going to court, well, no, because only if you do something more than 5,000 times, you could consider yourself an expert in anything in life according to popular opinion.
Yeah.
In my case, I consider myself an expert because I actually put the work in and I've fought, I've cried the tears, bled the blood, been through like I'm not gonna live past 70, I'll tell you that right now, just from all the stress that I've endured going to court and having to deal with that anxiety that takes a toll on your body, right? So it's
Yeah.
no different from having oh, excuse me, a car that you're just beating the hell out of. And after a while, you could rebuild it for sure, but it's not going to last forever unless you have a classic that you preserve. But in my case, my body was never preserved. I've been going gung ho since I was a child. A lot of it you witnessed with your own eyes. So my point here is when it comes to these situations where I kind of lost my chain of thought. I'm sorry, because I went into myself and I shouldn't have done that. But I was just trying to explain so with these redactions,
Mhm.
yeah, I did lose my chain of thought. Yeah.
No, what you was coming up with the redaction, if I was listening to some of it
Yeah.
before you lost me there.
Yeah.
Um, it's almost like we're gonna release the Epstein files, said a year ago, 2 years ago, and all these people stepped up like, whoa, 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 let me see what you got. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, let's just take this out. Let's take that out. Let's say, like, what's the point? What's the point? You know, if you're under investigation, by damn, we are entitled to know what you're under investigation for. But if you start redacting stuff,
Yeah,
to give
now
us,
now I know what I was
yeah,
talking about. I'm sorry. So just I had to cut you off only because I remember. So
you
when
remember,
you're
go ahead.
subpoenaed, my point was when you're in
Yeah,
court and you're subpoenaed, you can't do that. Only the government can do this. You cannot block things. They ask for the original documents. So let's say if me and you are being tried for a bank robbery, right? We robbed the bank. According to them, they think we did it.
yep,
We know we didn't. So we're like, okay, um, we will send you all of our emails from 2008 to 2012 because that's what they're requesting. And
hmm,
buddy, you have better comply and give them everything that they're asking for. Because what happens is if me and you did rob a bank and we did do this, the jury, how you think they're going to look at that? Because right now, what
exactly,
we're doing is playing the jury. It's like, this is suspicious. That's suspicious.
yep,
Why are you
yep,
guys blocking stuff? So
great,
I'm more than sure you understand where I'm coming from.
yes.
And that's why I wanted to explain some of my experience because I've been through this so many times,
Like,
bro. When
look
they
at this.
subpoena
Why?
information, you better show all the information.
Okay,
That was
like
my point.
right here. Why? Thanks. Take out the name. You know, it is very suspect to me. Very suspect because let's not forget these redaction of names. Were they involved? Were they there? You know,
So
eventually,
yeah, so like to answer your question, like this person right here, right? You see the name that I
yeah.
just highlighted?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that person right there, does that mean that she's a part of the Epstein files? Yes. Yes. So when people are like, all right, is Trump on the list? Yes. His name was mentioned. Period. Of
No,
course he's
no,
going to be a
no,
part of the
no.
fucking list. So is
Look,
Sigrid McCauley.
no, no. Look at the from. Okay, you know,
Who is it from?
look,
What's the big deal? I
exactly.
agree.
But look at the CC. The CC is when you do emails, you could put two. You
Mm.
you could put two, Sigrid, whatever, and that's another person. Then
No,
you
this is like
CC.
5 people right here.
Yeah, this is 2 lines. Like what's going on
Maybe
here?
like 10 people. Who
You
knows?
know,
Yeah.
I mean, we still have that case with Hillary Clinton who deleted emails. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me you can't find that? Give
That
me a
ain't
break.
going nowhere. Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
we're not gonna
But
get anywhere with that one.
look at this one from to and CC all out. What's the
Subject,
proof?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Hmm.
So let's see. Let's try to use our acuity level, right? Just from the most simplest thing. Good afternoon. Attached is a courtesy copy of today's ECF filing. Can you find out what that means? These things right here, if you can.
ECF filing.
Yeah, ECF filing and MDC's letter. I would really like to medical doctor coordinator. Like, what does that mean? Because we're about to.
Oh, it's,
Yeah.
electric filing. That's what I have on here. Is the federal judiciary system that allows case documents such as pleadings, motions, and petitions to be filed with the courts.
Yeah, so what does
Uh, uh,
ECF mean? What's the
Online.
acronym? What does it mean?
Well, we got electric filing
Okay,
and
and then what about MDC?
MDC. Give me 1 second.
In response to the MDC's letter. This is what you call investigating live, and people are gonna appreciate this. And if they don't, again, who gives a fuck? This is for our satisfaction. I want to know what the hell is going on.
Are you ready? MDC
Uh-oh.
is Middle District of Florida. Okay.
No. What do you
ECM
mean?
is mandatory internet-based. It says internet-based platform for attorneys to electronically file. So basically, these people are doing this online. It's not like they're going to court or anything. You're doing it. You could
To
do court
trade
online,
information, is that what you're saying?
pretty much.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
so you
Okay.
know, I can't make it to court, but we'll Zoom it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Look, dude. Listen. I'm gonna say something right now, bro. It's not like everything that is not a complete sentence is getting redacted. We got names. Who? Okay. So I have one thing to ask. I have one thing to ask everybody. Why are you offering to give us the files if you're not going to give us names? What's the problem here? You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Look, all of it, they take off all the names, the copy, the CCs, everything is out
yeah,
of it.
because that could be from Donald Trump. We don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Or me, or you.
Exactly. I agree.
So the way I look at it, these are very, very powerful people that are able to do this.
We should just call it bullshit files
Like
because they.
you and me can do that, you know?
But
That's
to
like
answer your question, yes,
the
really quick to answer your question for the audience, if someone subpoenas your emails and they say, I want all of your emails from the date 1 to date 2, you cannot do this. It's illegal. You will face the consequences. It's not a good thing to do. Plus, if you are innocent, why would you redact anything? That's the point.
Well, what's interesting is they keep the subject on. Okay, that's like if 5 people were involved in a fight, or let's just say a situation. When they do the police report, okay, your name, address, phone numbers in there. My name, address, phone numbers in there. So what? Because you and I are peons, it's okay to do that, but these people, you can't do that. This is a very serious situation that we're about to unfold. Okay? I want to know the names that are in there. Don't give me blackouts.
But
You
why
know
do
what I'm
you want to
saying?
know the names though?
Why
Just as a
not?
curious thing, because people are gonna think like, okay, why does he want the name? Why do you personally, Mode 101, want the names?
Are they on the list?
A
Simple as
list of
that.
what? No, that's not enough.
The Epstein, are they, did they go to the party? Were they involved? Did they know something about it? Did they orchestrate it? Like, hey, Epstein, I got kids, man. Now this is now like, oh, let me take my name off of this before they investigate further. You know what I'm
Fair
saying?
enough. Yeah.
I mean, the way I look at it is, you could look up anybody in the system. If you know their number or whatever, you can find out how many years somebody did in prison. You can find out what people were charged for. Yada yada. The list goes on. Okay. But here we are looking at a serious accusational situation with names, pictures, okay? You name it, it's all there. And yet it's redacted? Like, why? You know, who, who are we? This is the question you have to ask yourself, and everyone needs to ask themselves, who are they protecting? Because that's what it is. They're protecting someone. Who gave the okay to protect these people? Are we trying to make Epstein look bad? Or are we trying to make, sorry, I have to say it, Trump look bad? Because it's all about Trump again. No matter how you look at it, we need to take this guy to office. Let's just bash him, you
All right.
know?
I want you to see this because I saw this a while ago, and I was pretty like not happy about it per se.
Oh man, if you wasn't happy, I wouldn't be happy.
Well, look, I mean, I'm just saying, like,
Wait, is my name on the list? Ah, sorry.
you're Hispanic. They don't like Hispanics, remember?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
hate us.
Yep.
We're being hunted down in the streets. Okay, so like, look at this, right? So this is watch this video real quick for anyone. Okay. Jeffrey Epstein. I don't like the fact that they zoomed it in. That was not necessary for them to do that. Let's look at a regular, normal video because there's going to be a point I'm going to get to, and I want you to hear it because I've never given my assessment on this. So check this out.
Let me know when you're playing it because I'm still on some room.
What do you mean?
I see a room.
Not bad, bro.
Oh, here we go. Okay, here we
Yeah.
go. 1992, folks. Keep that
Yeah,
in
you
mind.
have, yo, Henry, Mode, you have to tell me because, like, sometimes I hit the wrong button, so you definitely have to tell me immediately. All right.
MSNBC. Okay, here we go.
Okay. You can see that, obviously.
Since becoming president, Donald Trump has branded Mar-a-Lago the Southern White House. But in the 90s, Mar-a-Lago was Trump's South Florida party palace, one frequented.
So what goes through your mind? I have to freeze it before it hits 30 seconds every time. So, like, right here, what's going through your mind? Honestly, just be honest.
A rich man partying with blondes.
But how would you know he's rich?
It's Trump, man.
I'm sorry. Let's not be too complicated. Now I'm being an asshole. My bad.
No, no, no,
All right.
no. You got to remember, man. You might have been a kid during this time, but I knew who Trump was. He was the real estate king.
Okay,
You know what
we're
I'm
gonna
saying?
continue. Yep.
The man was rich.
But you're saying like a rich man doing what?
Just partying with blondes.
Okay.
By Jeffrey Epstein, who is facing charges for sex trafficking. He has pleaded not guilty. The president says his relationship with.
How do you feel about that picture right there? Now, mind you, this is before Jeffrey Epstein was convicted of anything, or not even convicted, charged and accused,
Yeah.
right? So
Again, Trump is young here. He's hanging out. I'm pretty sure he knew who Epstein was. He has his hand around him. But is it fair to say that you come across your favorite celebrity and you want to take a selfie or a picture and you don't put your arm around them?
no, I guess I think you missed the point. So the point was is like this is Trump before he knew Epstein was a predator.
Oh, oh.
Right? Not after.
Um, hmm. That's a rough one.
Okay, we'll
That
continue. There's a lot to watch, so
that
let's just continue.
that is rough because these are two rich people.
Rich, wealthy, bro.
Epstein was no different than anyone else in their elite circle.
Well, I knew him like everybody in Palm Beach knew him. He was a fixture in Palm Beach. I don't think I've
Niggas,
spoken
Palm
to him
Beach
for
again.
15.
Palm
Hold on,
Beach.
hold on, hold on. Let Trump talk, and then you could take it.
Okay.
1 second, because I want people to hear
He
this.
was a fixture in Palm Beach. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years.
Yet,
Do you understand? I haven't spoken to him for 15 years. Let's rewind a little bit more. I'm
Interesting.
sorry. Just
Interesting.
I'll let you get your assessment. Just let me get
anyone else in their elite circle.
Well, I knew him like everybody in Palm Beach knew him. He was a fixture in Palm Beach. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years.
Yet, a tape in the NBC archives of a Mar-a-Lago party shows Trump giving Epstein his personal attention. The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president's.
Okay, so you see him grabbing her, touching her butt. Um, h- I'll give you my assessment of how I feel about that. Let me just play a little bit more 1 second because I want to get your assessment.
Surrounded by cheerleaders for the Buffalo.
All right, go ahead.
You know, I would say this much. Okay. Um, everybody's different. This is a man who just loves to be surrounded by women. Hypothetically, let's just say, I believe during this time Ivana was in there, right? When she was alive.
His original wife or
Yeah.
who he
Yeah.
had. I'm
You,
not sure. I can't speak on that. I don't know.
well, let's just say hypothetically, he's with somebody,
Well, let's do research. That's the point.
you know, this was 2000 what again? No, not even 2000.
This is 1992, bro.
Oh, 92. I don't know if he was with her or not. But let's just hypothetically say, you know, would you be a gay lover for millions, billions of dollars? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. If I was down on my luck, maybe. So let's just look at whoever
Really
he's
quick.
adopted.
Yeah, he was going through a divorce in 1992 around that time with
Oh,
Ivana Trump. So that makes all the sense in the world.
yes. So he's just partying out, grabbing ass.
Bills in Miami.
What's the big deal? You know what I'm saying? It all depends on what his situation is and what the video shows. You know, was he with Ivana Trump? No, they were going
No.
through a divorce.
Yep.
Okay, so he's out there partying. Oh, Sweat, I know that guy. That's Jeffrey Epstein. Hey, what's up, dude? Yo, this
Do you
party.
notice? Do you notice anything about Trump in this picture?
I tell you one thing, there's more women than guys, that's for sure.
Well, we're gonna close this segment with this last video. It's getting late. I know we have a lot of things to do, but
But what do you see?
no, I'm asking you. I have my assessment. Look at this. Look at this picture right here. What do you see about Trump?
Dude, it looks like a man having a good time. He's about to be divorced and he's just hanging out with another blonde.
What's not in his hands?
A drink.
Do you think he's stupid?
No.
I'm asking you personally.
No, he's smart.
I'm not saying that he's not evil, right? Because I have a lot of reasons to believe that he's an evil person,
Yeah,
but that's not my choice to judge,
that's
right?
interesting. That is very interesting that he doesn't have a drink.
Not one. He's never drank, according to him, and there's no evidence of him drinking, smoking, doing drugs, or anything. He's fully coherent. That's my point.
Yeah,
He's not uh his judgment is not altered. He knows what he's doing. And like I was saying yesterday, it's like or today, I forgot if we were talking about this today, is he's so smart, dude. Like he's not dumb enough to put himself in a position where you have little girls that are coming around, and that's why when I was
Oh,
reading
okay.
what you were saying, what you shared earlier with us, and that's why it was important for us to bring it up. That's important for us to spar. That's important for us to actually do the research ourselves live right
Yeah.
here, unedited, is because what those people were saying, bro, that sounds like a person of unsound mind, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm a degenerate by nature because I grew up in a different way. I'm trying to fix that. And I would never like deny that, if anyone, because I debate people on TikTok and they're like, oh, you're just that and that and that and that. I'm like, yeah, I know that. That's where I'm trying to change and do a better job as a human being. But him
Yes.
groping woman, like when he says grab them by the you know what, it's like, okay, he's not being for real. Only a person of not sound mind would do that. This dude has been the president 2 times. He won the people's vote 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Listen, look, you have a lot of haters out there for Trump. Okay. What haters do you have? Just what's going on with the ICE situation. That's it. People complain, oh, he's changing this, he's changing that, blah, 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 blah. Now the Epstein's files are out. We got him. We got him.
You
Look
got
what he's
what?
doing. Yeah, exactly. They got nothing.
Him having
Okay?
fun?
Yeah, apparently. Look at all the women that's around him. What a
I'm gonna
pig.
mute it, but I'm gonna play it. Go ahead.
But like it's like
Look,
you
he's
just
having fun, bro.
yeah.
Like, who hasn't had fun? Oh my God. I've had fun. I don't even like dancing, bro. When I ran nightclubs and night bars or whatever the case is, like I would get in there and have fun sometimes. Although I don't like dancing. And to treat this man right here. Again, I don't know if he's evil or not. We don't know that. We don't know him personally and we don't know everything, right? We only
No.
know what we know. We know that personally between ourselves, I know the trials and tribulations that you're dealing with. You know the trials and tribulations that I'm dealing with. On a
Well,
talent stand base, really quick, I'll let you have
yeah,
it 1 second.
yeah.
But when it comes to a talent thing, like I'm extremely talented when it comes to music, vice versa from me to you. But to say that, oh, Henry, suddenly because I disagree with you, you're evil. Vice versa from you to me, it's just like, dude, he's evil because he's surrounded by women. He loves women. I love women. Look at that. I love women. Would I like to have a steady relationship and someone that I can call my wife or the mother of my children, etc.? Absolutely. But I still love women. That doesn't change anything. So these people are persecuting Trump for loving
Hmm.
women. There's
Yep.
nothing wrong with that.
Listen, the man is just having a good time. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Um, if they try to link him to what Jeffrey Epstein was about, chances are, man, they're wrong. You know, there's nobody who's gonna have that amount of money that's gonna mess up their life. You
Look at
know,
this introduction, Henry. I want you to narrate this introduction. Okay.
all
I'm
right.
sorry for interrupting you.
No,
I'm
no,
so
go ahead,
sorry,
go
bro.
ahead, go ahead.
Just, I want, because what you're saying is on cue of what we're watching.
Yeah,
Take it from here. Look.
man, having a good time.
Okay, but then watch right after. Not that, right here.
Hey, oh hey, Jeff. Yeah, I don't know about you. Look, quick introduction. They talk. Come to my party. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. You know, have a good time. grab a drink. Nothing. There's nothing wrong there, bro. See,
He's probably so. Go ahead. I continue. I'm sorry.
he's like, she's hot. You know what I'm saying? Go get laid, man. Pick one out. And who knows? Jeffrey's like, nah, they're too old. You know what I mean? Who the fuck knows? But you said something, okay? And the truth is, whatever's whatever you watch on social media, whatever you hear in the news, that's up to you to believe, bro. If you believe it right away, if you say, look at them talking to Jeffrey, they're good friends, they're talking about kids or whatever, you know, this is like he just practically met him. Like,
Henry. All right, so I want to walk you through this really quick because we have to end this.
go ahead.
Okay. Let's walk through this really quick. I'm gonna let you have the last word. I'm sorry. I know I keep cutting you off and shit, but I'm trying to get to the point. I don't want to bore the audience. I'm not saying that you're boring.
Yeah.
I just understand where I'm coming from. Okay. Let's say I saw you tomorrow, right?
Mhm.
This is me seeing you tomorrow. I've never met Michaela in person, right?
Yep.
We could both contest to that. And anyone watching, you're going to understand where I'm getting at. Yeah. So look, let's say Jeffrey is you, that's Michaela, and this is just like a dude that you've told me about. Okay. Does that make any sense to you, Henry?
It's almost like he just met him that day
Think
live.
about that. No,
Yeah.
you're talking about buddy buddy, right? Because that's what people are saying. Oh, he's buddies. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
close.
They shook hands and he walked away. Shake, shake.
Think about how powerful Donald Trump has always been.
Always. Always, bro. Always.
That's not to say that he's not a bad person. What I'm trying to explain to you personally. Look, he looks away. He's uncomfortable. Jeffrey is completely uncomfortable. He's flattered that he was invited in. Donald Trump is extremely enthusiastic right here, as you can see. What he's probably saying right here is
Relax.
like, yo, dude, do you see these? Like, yeah, you could use your imagination. He's like, look at
Yeah.
these girls. Not girls as in young girls, like,
Yeah, yeah. It's adults here. It's adults.
and look at this fucking creepy ass motherfucker fake laughing. No one laughs like that for anything. Donald Trump is funny. I'll give him that. He is fucking funny. I don't care what anyone says. You can like him, dislike him. When you watch his press conferences, he's naturally funny. But no one laughs like that. That's fake. That's not real. That's not genuine. That doesn't mean they're best friends. It's bullshit. So, with that said, I think that he offered Donald Trump a few times, like, yo, like I can get some girls for you that are younger. And Donald Trump is probably like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I am Trump. My name is everywhere. Why the fuck would I even deal with that? But I respect what you're doing really quick.
Mhm.
I respect what you're doing. And I don't want to, pick bones with you because maybe Donald Trump is guilty for knowing what Epstein was doing, but that doesn't mean that he was partaking in what Epstein was doing. And the evidence with that is if you look at Melania's age, that would tell you everything. Now, you have very powerful men that are married to very young women.
Hmm.
Okay, that should be suspicious. Trump is Trump, bro.
Well, after hearing what you just said, okay, I agree with you 100%. Okay, um, this is a man with power, and now looking at the video which you showed me, I see it. Okay, you know, pardon my French, but Epstein could be like, yo, I cannot fuck with this dude right here. This guy could get what he wants, when he wants, whatever he wants. But Trump keeps it on a certain level of respect, age, whatever. Okay. This man could have came in with a whole different agenda. Well, that's not my type. She's too old.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Who knows how he looked at it? You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what? Hold on. Rewind a T
Yeah.
bit. Sorry. You were saying that someone is too old. What did you mean by that? I'm sorry. I
Epstein could have
misunderstood.
been like the laugh. That's too old for me. You know what I'm saying? Like like
When he
like
was like whispering
fake laugh.
in his
Yeah,
ear
yeah.
in
He's
general.
like,
Yeah.
that's too old for me. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean Trump knew about it.
Now,
And
hold on really quick. I have to interrupt you because I don't want to forget, right? Does that make sense? I'm sorry, Henry.
go ahead, man.
Um, when what you just told me made a lot of sense. So what if Trump told them like, do you see those girls there, man? They're nice and young, and it's the same thing you're saying, just a different context. Like, yeah, man, like I bet you I can get one of them. You want to bet? I'm getting a divorce. I just want to have some fun. And Jeffrey Epstein is just like, you think that's young? I could get you better than that, you know?
Hmm. Yeah.
And so entertain me really quick.
Now, of course, to be fair, we don't know what Epstein was up to, but
No, no, no. So what I was trying to do, like using the imagination, like he could have said, I could get them younger than that. And Trump could have been
yeah,
like, okay, you're a fucking weirdo, because one thing, oh, excuse me. One thing people don't understand is that, yeah, Trump is capable of saying, you know what? I draw the line somewhere.
yeah, yep, yep.
Like you can't get me on everything because I have an empire. The dude has an entire family, right? Epstein, did he have an entire family? Does he have sons, daughters, and all? No, he doesn't. So you can't convince me without evidence that Trump is such a nightmare to society where he wants to see. He may feel like a dictator. Okay, that's not a crime. He may want to be a dictator. That's not a crime. He may want control of the entire world. That's not a crime. Wanting
Hmm.
to do something and think in some way. The crime is like I can get girls that are younger than that. And Trump is just like, okay, you're a fucking weirdo, obviously. When he introduced him, did he give him a hug? Did he like, bring him in to dap his shoulders? He was just like, "Oh, okay, you must be Jeffrey or whatever." And the other dude, as you can clearly see for yourself, he's just like, "Okay, guys, come in. I see that you're powerful. You have money. It doesn't matter how what skin color he is. It's we have a class issue in this country." So, um,
Well, Trump doesn't strike me as a person. He is beyond 1,000% business man. Okay,
oriented,
he
100%.
he doesn't strike me as a person who would jeopardize it, jeopardize that for him or his family. Okay, um,
It's
what
his
social
legacy, bro.
what social media is trying to show is like, oh, he did this and did that. Let's not forget, you know, do you remember the videos about Biden? hugging the kids and touching them and doing all weird.
What do you mean? Him sniffing them,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
smelling them, touching them in
And and
inappropriate
and, and,
ways,
and and
acting like
you
a fucking complete freak?
exactly, and
Yes.
you see the kids rejecting him.
Yes.
You know? It, but like he doesn't strike me as somebody who Trump is truly an exceptional an example of what business is all about. Period. Okay. So, okay, he went to a party or two, he might not have liked it, and
Hold
that's
on, Henry. Hold on. Remember who he invited into his party. He didn't go to a party.
yeah, yeah.
Jeffrey invited himself into the party. And as you can clearly see, what I just showed you,
Mm-hmm.
okay, the person, and we're going to watch it again. We're going to have to watch it again. Because, again, I don't want to waste time on mode. I don't want
Well,
to waste time on shit that's like, yo, bro, you clearly see this dude right here. You see where I'm circling?
yeah.
He was the
Yeah.
one that invited him and her. You can clearly tell that.
Is that the best friend?
What best friend? No. No, 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 no.
Okay.
You can
Oh,
what I'm telling you is that you can clearly observe that Trump
rewind. Yeah,
does not.
rewind. Play it.
I am.
Rewind.
I'm about to
Yeah.
play it right now. But what I want to tell you is that you can clearly see that this is Trump's party, not Epstein's party. Maybe he was trying to persuade him to do things during the party, but this is
For the
Trump's
money.
party.
For the money.
And the dude that's tall is the one that invited Epstein and the other lady. You can clearly see that. If you can't see that, I don't know
Well,
what the fuck to tell you.
let me break it down for you. Play it.
Look, I'm about to play it. Look, okay.
If I met somebody, let's say for the first time, I'm not looking away like that. Hey, nice
Thank
to meet you.
you. Thank
Nice
you.
to
Look what he did.
nice to
He
meet you.
looked
Yeah.
away. He's just
He
like,
looked away like, well, this guy's too rich for me, man. I don't know.
look at what he does. He looks away
Right there.
immediately.
Right there. Handshake. Oh, shit.
Friends, this is this dude
No.
introducing both of them. If I met you guys, like let's say this is you and that's Michaela. Hugs, hugs. What the fuck? No,
Very.
come to my party. Come hang out. Hey, thank you for inviting them. And he's probably like, yo, this guy, Jeffrey Epstein, he has a lot of this and that and that. And Trump, he's so powerful and so confident and full of himself. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. Trump is just talking to him because he was invited, but this dude, look at his fucking posture. He's like, yeah, I can definitely turn him into whatever. And then you have Ghislaine Maxwell right back here, and she's just like, oh, I hope he does the job because we need that money. We need these traffic.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
not even about money, right? Because once you have pleasure, that's all that matters. Yo,
That's
pleasure is so much more important. And if anybody wants to like even deny that, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. Because you could be broke with the most pleasure straight up. That's how that shit goes. I know because I'm 41, I'm experienced in life, and I understand how life works. And I'm not just sitting here, with you trying to convince people to, oh, you see, Trump is there. So that, yo, Trump, these people obviously don't fucking know each other.
no, they don't.
Oh, look at the body language.
There will be full contact. Pat on the back, like I hear you, bro.
Look, he's trying to laugh. You're so funny. No, he's not. Well, he is, but
I don't know, man. Bro, I have a funny feeling you and I are going to create a rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? Because people are looking at these videos like, oh, look, he knew Epstein. No, he didn't, man. If he knew him, it would have been a hug or whatever. They would be
Yeah.
like at the hip, at the whole party. They would have
Stupid
him.
talk.
Yeah.
It's stupid talk. I'm not I refuse to engage in stupidity. That's where I stand. I fucking refuse to engage in stupidity. It's not fair to us and our time. I mean, how much more time do we have? Like, no. No.
Well,
Mm-mm.
it's like I said, man. If you want to be a sheep and follow everything around there, yeah, go ahead. You know. By the way, you know, my thing with videos is again, you got to be careful what you're watching. You know, you better like, oh my God, he did do it. No, watch it again. You know, look for the smudges, look for this, look for that. You know, but I'm a firm believer that Trump is Trump. Period. Okay. Um, I'm not a huge supporter of Trump, but I believe in his ideal, or rather ideology, if you will. Okay, but I think what's happening to him right now, you just got a lot of people that hate him, and they're gonna start doing the AI videos, this and that and this, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But you gotta look at the years. So that was 1992. He remarried. Okay, he's got his kids, and I don't think that man is sitting there saying like, you know what, I want to fuck this up and do something bad because Epstein's a cool guy. Like I said before, you know, did he go party with the dude on his island? He might have. Don't get that twisted.
We have to get evidence first.
Exactly. It's all
There's
about the
no evidence of
evidence.
that. The only
No.
evidence that we see is Obama and Clinton
Yep. All the way,
and
bro.
others, but not Trump. And I truly believe that when Trump said that I'm not fucking with this dude after he was charged with the sex crimes, he separated himself. I truly believe that he did. And if he didn't, we would have already seen the proof, even with
well,
the redactions.
well, I'm gonna end it off with this, bro. And this is gonna blow your mind.
Okay.
If he was ever, and folks, listen to what I'm saying, if he was ever involved with that man, he would have supported him from the get. Just saying.
That's true too.
He would have been there on his side. He would have had the he would have had the attorney
Paying for
from
the best
Mars. Yep.
lawyers. Yeah.
From
No, I get it.
Mars.
Yep.
From Venus. He would have had them all. But none of that happened, bro. None of it happened. So,
All right. So we're gonna close this out. You get the last word before I just say like uh uh, the point of doing these videos unredacted on our behalf and just raw is because there's a lot of people that are complaining about the Epstein files, but they're not willing to actually dig into it.
no.
So that's what we're doing. And we would do this every day until as long as we have to. And I'll let you close it out, Mo.
Well, I look forward to part three. Okay. Um, just wait it out. We'll break it down for you. We'll break down the truth. We'll break down what we believe in. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it'll come to an end eventually, but my biggest thing is why is all this blackout going on, the redaction? You know what I'm saying? I would love to find out why. Somebody's going to eventually leak out the redactions. Someone's going, my name is Samoa. You know what I mean? And it's like a dark screen, if you will, and just put all that dirt out. But you know, just wait for part three. You know, we're just gonna continue on, bro, because you know, after you show that video with the club stuff, that was good stuff. Honestly, man. You know, I don't think Trump is a bad man. I just believe people hate him enough to make him a bad man, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever people are saying, whatever people are putting out there, whatever people are making fake videos about. You know, like I told you before, they show him, uh, Jeffrey Epstein, a bunch of men surrounded by all these little girls, and I'm like, it's fake. Sure, like I knew it was fake. You know, just be careful what you're watching out there, man. Like investigate it. Like, oh my God, Trump. Wait, let me let me see what's up. You know, but you know, all I have to say is good night and wait for part three.
And with that said, on a personal level, I think we did great tonight. You know, we just gotta keep sticking with the facts, right?
Yep.
If it's sunny outshot is outside, it's sunny. That's it. We don't need to say, well, you know, it's sunny, but there's some clouds and there's no. It's we have to stick with what's real, and that's my goal is truth. I don't like liars.
Yep.
And
Yep.
honestly, I'm gonna abruptly end the show because that's the end of the show.